Hello, 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 hello. Greetings, greetings. Good evening, good evening. Wonderful evening to you on this amazing Thursday night. Welcome, welcome. If you're on Instagram, hello, welcome. For those of you on TikTok, my peeps, how are you? My Facebook, my LinkedIn, and my YouTube. Hello, hello, hello from all over the world, all of you, my family members. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy spring, guys. Happy spring. This is as close as I get to spring for right now. So, but it's okay, right? Listen, it's springtime. It's springtime. I'm so excited about the topic that the universe have me speaking on tonight. As I sat here waiting to go live, it dawned on me that it's springtime and we are going to be talking about attitude. Isn't that amazing? Amazing, amazing. So welcome, welcome everyone. If it's your first time here, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I am a spiritual healer. I am your why and soul purpose coach, consultant, mentor, and facilitator. I work with my clients to guide them towards their inner blueprint for success, and by so doing, they are able to live their lives with purpose and passion. I am super pumped every time I pick the microphone up because why? It gives me the opportunity to come right into the privacy of your homes or offices where I can spend quality time with you. Hello, hello. And you know what? When you open yourself to learning, every day you learn something. Just this morning, I realize, why aren't you going live on Instagram when you're live? You have the ability to do that. So I need to find my other devices so that I can be live on numerous platforms. So again, thanks to all my regular folks and those of you who are new, thank you for coming out. If you have not already subscribed to me on the other platforms, kindly subscribe to my YouTube. Connect with me on Instagram, on Twitter, and Facebook. My link tree is linktr.ee/dynamic Daphne. That's my link tree. Yeah, we just have to work with it, Queen. There, it's green now, so let's just pray that it holds out. All right, it's on your back. Yes, the internet is bad in here, so we just pray that it holds up. All right. I went to the Verizon and they said, whenever you have a concrete roof, that is what happens. So we just have to go with it and we'll pray. We'll pray over it so that it holds out. So just connect with me on all the platforms. Connect with everyone in here. I want to thank all of my moderators for your continuous support. I hope that every time I come on here is that you are learning something from me that will help you to enhance whatever it is that you are doing, not only for yourselves, but for your family members, your children, and even your co-worker. If it was not for that, I would not be on TikTok, because how I got on TikTok over a year ago, one person who was part of my community and Periscope, who had benefited from the service there recommended me here on TikTok because she said what I have contributed to her life during the time she was part of my community has changed her life and the life of her family members. So I hope to do the same thing for you. All right? So, attitude, attitude, attitude. Those of you who are gardeners, whether vegetable or flowers, now is the time when you begin to clean up your plots or your garden, right? And now is the time when we also need to clean up our lives. We got to be able to plant new things in our life because we are looking to accomplish new things. So I'm glad that I'm directed to speak on attitude for this conversation. So continue tapping and sharing. I realize it's lagging a bit because of the strength of the Wi-Fi, but I'm praying that this too shall pass very soon, that we'll be able to have strong internet connection and that we won't have to be struggling the way that we are now. Just keep tapping, and keep praying and sending positive vibes to the internet Wi-Fi. All right? Is it better, Queen? Are you hearing? Or it is still lagging? I'm seeing, now it's orange. I'm seeing it lagging. So I'm going to change the position and see. Okay, she's hearing because she got attitude. And I just shifted a little to see if that happened. Yes, attitude, attitude, attitude is what we're talking about. Can you share with Queen Sonia? Are you connected with her? She probably fell asleep. I'm lingering a little to start before I start so that we can see a few more of the regular people coming. Yes, so we're going to talk about attitude, attitude, attitude. The same way, greetings, the same way you're preparing for your garden, I want you to prepare for your life. Hey, Mark, how are you? I want you to prepare for your life's garden the same way. So let's talk about attitude, attitude, attitude. The first thing I want you to get into the habit of doing when it comes to your attitude, I want you to begin to practice self-coaching. Do you guys know what self-coaching is? When I say self-coaching, hello. When I say self-coaching, what do you think I'm speaking about? And what falls in the category of self-coaching? Jennifer, if you want to subscribe for me on YouTube, please. I would appreciate it. Thank you for sharing the live. What do you think can be considered as self-coaching? That's the first thing I want you to put on your list of attitude. Topic: attitude, attitude, attitude. Yes, thank you. And the first thing I want to steer you towards is self-coaching. Self-coaching. And those of you on Instagram, kindly subscribe on Instagram as well. Self-coaching, one of the things that would fall into the category of self-coaching is your daily affirmations. You know the things I speak about all the while to tell you to do for 21 days? Daily affirmations are considered as part of self-coaching. Self-coaching will consist of all of the regular positive behaviors that you adopt. Affirmations, yoga, meditation, all of those things falls under the category of self-coaching. Self-coaching. And listen, you can start with a minimum of 10 minutes a day. What I require you to do is to be what? Consistent. Do you, boo? Do you? Yes, spirituality. Do you? Be consistent. If 10 minutes is too much for you because you are overworked and under rest, start with 5 minutes. Start with 5 minutes a day. Every person now have a smartphone, and you can get affirmations on your phone for as short as 3 minutes. 3 minutes, guys. Consistency is important. And the first thing I want you to focus on is self-coaching. And that consists of affirmations, daily affirmations, daily affirmations, daily affirmation. I am wonderful. I am beautiful. I'm empowered. I am successful. I'm healthy. I'm wealthy. All of those are affirmations. You design your own and be consistent with them. Number one, self-coaching. Number two is self-motivation. Identify what motivates you. What motivates you? Self-motivation. What motivates you does not motivate me, and vice versa. Identify with your motives. What motivates you? And once you realize what motivates you, jot it down in your journal and do more of that every day. What motivates you? Is it a certain song? Is it poetry? Whatever it is that motivates you, do more of that. Because the more you do that, you are going to realize that your attitude is being molded. Your attitude is being reconditioned. If you are just joining, we are talking about attitude, attitude, attitude. Do not leave your motivation up to somebody else, because it is your responsibility to take full control of your self-coaching and your self-motivation. Adopt and practice visualization. I know mothers, women, ladies, sisters. I know that many of you think it is a crime to take 30 minutes and sit and just be. But here I am, I'm telling you tonight, you need to begin to take some quiet time, relax, close your eyes, play some sound music with water, that's tranquil, relaxed music that will allow you to visualize. Very good. Visualize. You know, everything you want to learn, you can learn it on YouTube and Google. So Google how to visualize, and you keep doing it. You're not doing it to be perfect. You're doing it. Hey, Nicole. Welcome, Queen. You're doing it to improve your attitude. There are so many things happening in our lives now that discourages us. So we got to take our life in control. You got to coach yourself. You got to motivate yourself. You have to get into the habit of visualization. Yes, it's green now, Nicole. It's green. That's why I am speaking slowly so that it catch up. But thank you for pointing that out. Let us all send positive energy to the Wi-Fi. Keep sharing, keep tapping the screen. We are on Instagram, we are on TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We are everywhere, so invite all of your friends. Because guess what? It's not only our attitude need to check, their attitude need to check too. So let's get them here so we can get their attitudes checked. Hello up there. All right? Tap the screen, share the live, invite. It's attitude check. All right? So, visualize. It is very powerful because whatever we can see with our mind's eyes and whatever we can see with our heart eyes, we can begin to own it. However, because especially as women, we are so busy. We are always going. We don't take the time to slow ourselves down so that we can visualize all the greatness. Yes, I realize that, Mark. Thank you. So let's just pray and continue and go through. Let's just keep. Earlier on today, it was telling me I need to record my very first video. So I don't know what's happening to the system. So take the time to slow yourselves down. Go outside, sit in the garden, or sit by the water or something. Some of you have ponds that you put fish in over the summer. Just sit there and be still and just chill. So you're going to self-coach, you're going to self-motivate, you're going to begin to visualize. Visualize. Just sit and be still. And thoughts are going to come. Just let them go by. Just let them go by. The more you do it, the better you will get at it. Take time to improve your self-talk. TALK. Improve your self-talk. Watch the words that you say to yourselves. Words are powerful. And because they are so powerful, we need to be selective the words that we use to speak over our lives, over the lives of other people. And we also need to be conscious of the words that we allow others to speak over us and into our own life. Do not be afraid to call people out when they say things to you and about you that is not in alignment with you. You got to stop, folks. Stop them, Bram. Don't be apologizing for it. Stop it. Stop them right there. Because a lot of people, they are saying things and they say, oh, well, you know, I'm joking. Well, guess what? The universe picks up what they say, and it is not humor. What they say will manifest. So you got to stop it and you got to cancel it. You got to stop it and you got to cancel it. Don't tell people, let them speak any and everything to you. Many people hear phrases or cliches. They don't know what it means and they begin to speak those words over you. You ask them, well, what does that mean? What do you mean by that? And some of them can't even explain it. So you say, you know what? Just take that right back. I don't have any room in my life for that. I only have room for the things that will allow me to grow. Say, yeah, it's springtime, honey. I'm replanting my garden. I don't know about you, but I'm putting new shrubs in. I'm putting new annuals in. I'm putting new spring flowers in. I'm planting. I don't know about you, honey, but I'm working on my garden. You got to tell folks, because if you don't tell them before you know it, you're in the trenches with them, rolling in the mud. It's attitude time. Attitude, attitude, attitude. Many of us, we work so hard to have our kids get the right attitude, yet our own attitude sucks. Take a look in the mirror. Take a look in the mirror and be humble enough to learn from your children too. Because let me tell you, those little people, they are smart. They are brilliant. They are wise beyond their ears. So take the time and listen to them. You are not above them. They'll tell you something. And yes, it make your skin crawl, but you know they're telling you the truth. And you got to say, honey, I receive it. Thank you for loving mommy enough to say that. Thank you for loving daddy enough to say that. You are so smart. You got to encourage your kids. Don't be like when I was growing up when they say children must be seen and not heard. Yeah, that's what they used to say in Jamaica. Not anymore. They got to be seen, but mostly they must be heard as well. Attitude, attitude, attitude. That's what we're talking about. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, Brianna? It's good to see you over there on Instagram. So, watch the words you speak, because you have an internal dialogue that is creating a library. So watch what you speak and watch what you allow others to speak over you. Tap the screen, share the live. Know the power of words. You know, there is a statement I've been hearing all my life. And most times I hear it from mothers who broke up with their sons' fathers. And I want you all to hear me out. And let me know whether or not, thank you for the love on Instagram. Let me know if you have ever heard this statement from any angry mother. I've heard many, many mothers who are no longer in a relationship with their son's father. I never heard it used to girls. It's always to sons. You're just like your good for nothing father. Have you all ever heard an angry mother say that to a child? You're just like your good for nothing father. Let me know if you have ever heard it. It never fails. And whether I would know that mother or not, I would have to say something to her to have her redirect what she told the child. We got to understand that whether or not you're still in a relationship with the daddy, words have power. Words are powerful. And what you tell that young man is going to mold him. And if you keep telling him that every day for his life, that's who it's going to be. And, you know, whether or not the father have a fault, none of us are perfect. But it's for you to redirect your son into the man you want him to be. It's all about attitude. Attitude, attitude, attitude. Thank you for sharing the live. Attitude, attitude, attitude. Now, how are you greeting people? A positive greetings. A positive greetings is powerful. They say you can know about a person based on their handshake. I tell you, those of you who have ever spoken with me on the telephone, You know I answer my telephone saying greetings. And you would be surprised how many people call me. I say greetings and they say nothing. And you know what? 3 times I say greetings. And on the 3rd time, if I hear nothing from them, I hang up my phone. So what's your practice? What positive greeting can you develop for yourself? Brandon once said to me that, Queen, you should get some mugs and t-shirts and stuff that says greetings. #greetings. So how are you known? What are you known for? I remember a few years ago, a gentleman from the UK who was part of my network. He said, you know, my dear, he said, you are the queen of the empowered soul. He said, every soul that comes across you, you empower them. And it is from that conversation that I created the name, the Queen of the Empowered Soul, and also the Turnaround Diva. You got to listen and find out these words that people use to describe you. Because people are always seeing things in you that you do not see in yourselves. Or you see it, but you still does not accept it or embrace it. Thank you guys for sharing the live with everybody. Sharing is caring. Let's get the people here, because guess what? Their attitude needs to be checked just like ours. It's springtime. It's time to replant. Time to replant. So, understand the power of your words. Understand the power of your greetings. Is your greetings lighting people up or tearing them down? Years ago, do you all remember the old-time telephone we had that you used to have the answering machine on it? When my recorded message on that machine was, do not settle for mediocrity because you were born for excellence. And I tell you, I always go home and notice I have a lot of missed calls from a certain number. And I was curious. So one day I called the number back and a gentleman answered. And I said, the reason I am calling you is because you always call my number and you do not leave a message. He said, oh, you the lady, and he repeats what my voice message says. He said, yes, I accidentally called your number one day and I heard your message. And I wrote the number down, and every time I feel down, I dial your number to get a pick me up. And it was at that time I know the power in a positive greeting. And these are the words that was on my recorder. Do not settle for mediocrity because you were created for excellence. What are your positive words of greetings that you are using to make a difference in people's life. Thank you guys for sharing the live. Thank you on Instagram. Thank you guys very much for coming by. Know what it is that you are using to encourage others. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not take a lot for us to encourage each other. It can be just that one word, one action that one did. It's all in the attitude. All in the attitude. Enthusiasm. Enthusiasm keeps us highly motivated. So, are you enthused by the people you're around, or are they like parasites that drains you? How do you keep your enthusiasm up? How do you do that? How do you keep your enthusiasm up? I notice everybody's saying it is freezing. I'm trying to reposition this thing here. I'm repositioned. You all got to pray and send some positive energies to it too. All right? Enthusiasm will keep you motivated. Enthusiasm will keep you motivated. Music, yeah. What kind of music? Find your music. Find your tribe. Find your music. You got to do what makes you feel good. Do what makes you feel good. Hello, how are you? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for tapping. Thank you for tapping. All right? Thank you for tapping and sharing and tapping and sharing and tapping and sharing. For those of you that are just coming, we're talking about attitude, attitude, attitude. It's springtime. We got to replant the garden of our life. All right? Thank you guys over there on Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Hey, I'm with all my family members tonight. Thank you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. How are you connected spiritually? Are you connected spiritually? I'm not talking about going to church every Sunday, fighting for that seat you go in, and somebody sitting where you normally sit, and you stand up and you roll your eyes until the people have to get up or something. How are you connected spiritually? I don't know, maybe you all have never gone to those churches where those things happen. Yes, I used to be there. And you better not sit at such and such a person's seat. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Don't be sitting at that such and such a seat. And guess what? Even some of the ushers will come and move you and tell you you can't sit there because his mother such and such a person's seat, or elder such a sister such. And I've said to somebody before, I don't see nobody name engraved here. So that's beside the point. How are you connected spiritually? Or are you connected spiritually? Or are you still being manipulated by some of the misteachings that you have received over your lifetime? Or are you going out there to learn, to see what's available to you, what's correct and what's not correct? Are you willing to challenge the status quo? Are you willing to challenge the status quo? I used to be in the same environment at church. It was not a welcoming place for me. Exactly. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Listen, guys, many of us grew up in those things, but the time has come for us to challenge the things that we've been taught and figure out whether or not those things are still working for us. Yes, we will probably ruffle some feathers because I have, but you got to know what's right for you. Thank you for the follow. Know what's right for you. You are doing it for you. And those of you who have children, don't force them into what you were brought up into. Allow their intelligence and their brilliance to explore and ask questions. Self-perseverance is a must. Allow them to explore and ask questions. And just in case you don't have the answer, don't lie to them. Don't you be telling them that this is the way I was taught and they got to take that. No, no, no. Find someone who knows the answer. Look for a book that have the answer. And you and them explore those learnings together. It's okay to challenge the status quo. We can't just sit there, because if we sit there, then we begin to have a stinking attitude. An attitude that would stink up the whole community. We got to work on ourselves. We don't want no stinking attitude. It's about attitude, attitude, attitude. And it is not too late to change our attitude. Not too late. Things I used to do, I do no more. There is a song like that in Jamaica. Mark, ask your father about that song. The things I used to do, I do no more. But you can only say that when you are ready to challenge the status quo. You can't be sitting and suffering, and because it's your mama, your dad, or your grandma, or your grandfather, you don't want to ask the hard question of them. I tell you something about habits. I've heard this story being shared that this family, everybody that roasts the ham, they would cut off the narrow part of the ham before they roast it. And one, I don't remember how many generations, but one daughter asked her mother, "Ma, why you cut the ham?" And she said she don't know. She asked her mother. And it went, and everybody said they didn't know. They saw their mother did it, so they cut the bottom of the ham off because that's how their mother did it. Well, the good thing was that the matriarch of the family was still alive. And when they asked her, "Why did you always cut off the end of the ham?" Why you guys think she cut the ham off? Anybody want to take a guess? Anyone knows why she cut the ham off? She cut the ham off because her dish was too small for the ham. So she cut off the bottom, put it to the side so the ham could, it was passed down. Yeah, people just take things for granted without asking any question. She cut the ham off so it could fit in her roasting pan. But even people who had the bigger size roasting pan that could fit their ham still cut off that tip of the ham. It became a habit for them. Without realizing why they were cutting the ham off, they still cut it off. And I am using that to show you that we are doing the same things with our life. We are doing things that we never challenge. We never ask why we are doing it. And we are still doing it because we saw this person do it and the other person and the other person and the other person. So make a commitment to yourself that the buck stops here. Make the commitment with yourself that you will always get clarity on the things that you do. Ask for clarification. Ask for meaning. Why are you doing such and such? What are the benefits? What advantages do you derive from it? It's about your attitude. Because if you just sit around and settle, you're going to end up going down the rabbit trail because you do not challenge the things that you are practicing. Listen, have you ever heard it said that laughter is the best medicine? Laughter is the best medicine. So while you work on your attitude, find ways that will engage you in healthy humor. Healthy humor. Laugh as much as you can. Laugh as often as you can. You do not need to find somebody that makes you laugh. You got to learn to laugh at yourself. Stand up in front of that mirror and laugh at yourself. Practice that. Laugh at yourself. When you laugh at yourself, you do not need to go around to find somebody that will make you laugh because you know exactly how to do that for yourself. The last point I want to cover, but before I do that, why don't I summarize the points that I have covered in this attitude conversation? The first thing I spoke about was self-coaching. And that has to do with your affirmations. Then I talk about self-motivation. What are your motives? What motivates you? Then I spoke about the power of visualization. Then I talk about powerful self-talk. Then know the power of your words. Words are powerful. The power of positive greetings. How are you greeting people? Whether it's a handshake or you're recording. Powerful. I'm going to start doing it, Dr. Hudson. Okay, I'm not sure what you're going to start doing, but it's springtime. It's about your attitude. So go for it. Anything that you think is beneficial to you. All right. The power of your positive greetings. Keep yourself enthusiastic because enthusiasm helps to motivate you. Connect with your spiritual power because that is what keeps you empowered. I didn't say your religion, your spiritual power, because you have the same connection with the universe. Even when you can't find your pastor to pray for you or your elder or your bishop, you have the same access to the universe to pray for yourself. So stop giving away your power and sit home suffering because you can't get laughing. Oh yes, that's wonderful. So you can't, because you can't get somebody to pray for you. Pray for yourself. You have the same access. You have the same access. And once you get these points in order, you will know that you have the master key to get all of the result that you are looking for. Laughter is the best medicine. So find as many time and as many things that will make you laugh. Laugh, 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 laugh. Laugh at yourself. Start with 3 minutes in the mirror. Just laugh at yourself in the mirror. And listen, the next time you come back, you drop in the comments and let me know how you feel. Trust me. I'm not telling you guys to do anything that I don't do. Guys, it's the simple things. We are oftentimes making too much of a struggle out of things. Keep it simple. Keep it simple and be consistent. Keep it simple and be consistent. And watch the changes in your life. And the last point I want to cover, I think I gave you 9 points. And the 10th point is exercise, exercise, exercise. You all pray for me, pray with me. I'm a work in progress when it comes to be consistent with the exercise. But the race is not for the swift, but he that endures to the end. If you can just walk, walk. I enjoy walking when there's a lot of green. I remember when I used to live in Connecticut and I would go to the Harrybrook Park. And every season, I would enjoy the park because there are lovely shrubs, there's waterfalls, there's a beautiful garden, there's a peacock, and there are so many things. And I would stop and I would take pictures and I watch all the other people speed walking, and I'm just doing me. I'm just having my conversation with the plants and I'm just enjoying nature. Find out what works for you and honor that. What works for you? I used to go walking with my friend Alicia, and she's a speed walker. And I said, don't wait for me, sis. You go on and do you. I'll catch you up at the car. Do what is right for you. I enjoy the surrounding. I meditate on everything. I see the birds, I see the ducks, I see the swan. And I just enjoy, I just interact, and I look on those things and I said, I see the God in you. The God in you is the God in me. When we walk and we take time to admire the trees and the plants and the shrubs, and if we stop and think about it, our whole attitude change, because what? We realize that the God that creates those things is the same God that creates us. And what gives us the right to think we are better off than the other person? We are all human souls. Get your attitudes in check. Get your attitudes in check. It is not too late for a turnaround. It's not too late for a reconditioning of your attitude. It is not too late for you to fix your stinking attitude. It's not too late. It's springtime. So before you go to the garden store to buy a packet of seed, I want you to stand before the mirror and open the packet to your life and start replanting in your garden of life and fix your attitude. And know that this will be the best spring that you have. Begin to laugh more. Begin to appreciate yourself more. Begin to live in attitude. Know that, yes, although I mess up my attitude for X amount of years, I'm glad for this conversation tonight that I can recondition my attitude. Thank you for not giving up on me. Thank you for giving me a new opportunity. Thank you for letting me know you didn't throw me out with the bathwater. It is your time. Instagram, it's your time. TikTok, it's your time. Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube, it's your time. Collectively, it is our time. It is our time. Let us make that commitment to ourselves. It is our time. It is not by accident that we are here in this conversation. It is our time. It is our time. And if it is to be, it is up to us. We can make the decision to still continue with this thinking attitude, or we can make the decision to revamp and start over, to recondition, to re-nurture. And I choose the latter. As I work on my attitude, I hope that you too will work on your attitude. I hope that you will be able to pull the beam out of your eye before you pick it out of somebody else's eye. Because too many people are ready to see the rotten attitude in others, and they are overlooking their own. All right? So it is 7:58 p.m. Let's take a few questions. Anybody have any questions? Please go ahead and jot it in the chat, whether on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube. Go ahead. Please put the question in the chat and let us answer them. Let us answer the questions. Any questions or any feedback about the conversation? If you don't have any question and you have a feedback, any one thing you came away with, please go ahead and jot that down in the box. If you learn anything from the conversation, kindly put it in the box. Thank my folks on Instagram for coming by, and all of my TikTok fam. Thank you guys. Go ahead. Anybody have any feedback? Any feedback, guys? We'll be on here tomorrow night again on TikTok. My TikTok is now Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay? I learned that working on attitude helps with how you feel about yourself. Very good, Sugar. Very good. Yes. Nobody's perfect. It takes consistency. We got to work on ourselves, and the more we work on ourselves, we feel better about ourselves. And when we feel better about ourselves, then we are able to honor other people. Because when we feel rotten about ourselves, then we go around and we tear other people down for no reason. So that is a very important learning. Thank you for sharing that. Anybody else learn anything? Anybody else learn anything? Anybody on Instagram? Anybody on YouTube? All right, guys. When you said exercise is good for your mind and body. Yes. Oh, it sure is. It sure is, Queen. I'm glad somebody learning something. I think everybody else is sleeping. Anyway, I thank you all and appreciate you. My sister, brother Mark, it's good to see you. I thank my people on Instagram, on my YouTube, folks. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. I shall see you all on YouTube in the morning at 9 o'clock Eastern. All right? So long. Remember, connect with me on Instagram. Check out my link tree. My link tree is link dot link dot tre.dynamic Daphne. That is my link tree, and my link tree will take you to all of my other platforms. So again, thank you for spending time with me, and I look forward to seeing you on my next broadcast. So long. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye now. All right.